Dave, I saw that special, man. And unfortunately, I saw your response first. You know how you ended the Dave Chappelle, the closer? You ended it like, I'm going to walk away from the mic for a while and listen and wait until I'm sure everyone's going to be on the same page and laughing at the same thing. Hey, man. How the fuck you get too old to drop a mic properly, man? You had shows lined up for the release date of your Netflix special. What the fuck happened, man? Or did you get mid-drop and just have some fucking old guy seizure, like back pain? And just, oh shit, a trans people, trans, fuck you. Send me to the Jesse Jackson of trans people. I'll have a real conversation with that bitch. You can't terrorize me with your words about how you had your feelings hurt. You can't. I'm going to do it on my terms. Hey, Dave Chappelle. Answer me this. It was from the fucking Rogan show with those fucking Roganites. I'm not even going to fucking bother with that motherfucker in this special. You know why? Because he's fucking inconsequential. His influence is not, but his rhetoric is. He's a fucking amateur fucking smart guy. And he always has been. He's the friendly date rapist. He's the guy who will pretend to be your friend so he can get you to eat some fucking bugs. And if you don't eat the bugs, he'll act disappointed in you. That's Joe Rogan. Just so we're fucking clear, you crossing the fucking aisle because you're Dave Chappelle. Everybody loved Dave Chappelle. How the fuck does a guy who 20 years ago could hear the wrong kind of laugh in the midst of doing a minstrel routine, how does that guy 20 years later can't recognize a transphobic, hating cheer and clap for you talking about taking a hard line with that Jesse Jackson you had in your brain? I think it's just gonna be two, okay? Because I wasn't raised like that. I was raised by people who was very, very uncomfortable around black people and all of their culture, very much including the N-word. Parents still have physical reactions to hearing black people say the N-word. That's how anti-N-word they were. Look how not racist that is. I told you I had a race problem. I called my mom some kind of white cunt in a text message, like right after I got out of the mental hospital. Some overprivileged white cunt, something like that. And later she asked me if I remembered. She was trying to remind me, like, you said some pretty mean things to me in a text message. I was like, yeah, no, I know. She's a nice lady, but she is, you know, she's that. I didn't want to use these words again. I used them in a hospital. Some really cool black guys. There's a guy there. I wish I remembered his name. He had his real name, right here on his arm. I want to say his name was like Brooklyn or something, but like I don't think it was. But yeah, he was from New York City. He was up in Syracuse for something, and he was in the mental hospital, and he was a real comfort for me. It's like camp relationships. Everyone's out of their shit, so like you wind up with these like attachments that aren't. They're just not attached to anything real. But I remember, and it meant a lot. That's the tough part. Is like the experience. It's so filled with elevated everything that I wish if that guy was out there, he somehow figured this out and found out about it. And I just, thanks, man. Thanks for that. I don't pretend to know you as a person on any level, but I wish that guy would know that he meant a lot to me.
he had like an auntie visit him, and they were full. They brought him some Marehead bites, and he gave me a couple. I know I got my favorite one, and I don't know if it was a green one or a white one or a blue one, but I know that whichever one I got from him was my favorite. And I was really, I was on my best behavior in there most of the time. Too much, like that, disconcerting probably. Like, wow, that guy's really capable of being friendly and polite. Oh, but he is in a mental hospital, so that's actually creepier. You know? Oh, wow, he's so charismatic. Oh. Yeah. There were people who were patient with me using the N-word in there. And I think this is just going to be the last one. Okay? I said I was going to use hate speech. I haven't really gotten to all the hate speech I was going to use. I think I'm going to have to save some of it. Dave? The routine you did on your special, The Closer? Were you talking about beating up a lesbian? I tried to watch more of it last night, and it's still stuck on the same line, and I hope I get it right, because I don't want to disrespect what you wrote for yourself. I tenderized them titties like chicken cutlets. Dave? That routine was the most shit I've ever seen you do, bitch. God damn. I was waiting for you to ask, talking about her big fat ass and how you're whipping out your big dick and fucking spraying skeet all over her fucking face. It's the most nigger shit I've ever seen out of you. You should be fucking ashamed of yourself. You know what that fucking comedy was, dude. That trans shit was fucking pathetic. You turned yourself into the dumbest fucking I could fucking imagine.